Hey, it's Be the Grand, and we're here with Golnesa Gigi from Bravo TV's Shahs of Sunset. The hit series, you're basically the breakout star.
Oh, I'd like to think so.
Yeah, you are. Totally. You have this platform and you're coming out with this line of cannabis. You yourself are a patient, right? So,
Yes.
and you've been battling rheumatoid arthritis.
Yes.
How did you find out that it was rheumatoid arthritis?
Oh wow, it took almost 2 years to find out it was rheumatoid arthritis. It started with my hands, and then it was my knees, and then it was my shoulders, and then it just, I think at that point someone finally said see a rheumatologist. It wasn't for maybe 8 years later that I used cannabis as a form of treatment.
How old were you when you got diagnosed?
Well, I was 27 when it started happening, so I would say, around there, yeah. My fingers were like the size of sausages, and I mean, I had surgery on this finger, you could see the jigsaw line.
Oh, wow.
I had so much steroids injected to keep the swelling down that they couldn't inject anymore, so they had to open it out and just remove. So autoimmunes are typically genetic. My dad got diagnosed with a form of rheumatism probably 2.5, 3 years after I got diagnosed. So if it comes from anywhere, it's coming from my dad.
Did they misdiagnose you with anything like fibromyalgia or other, maybe MS or other like chronic pain management symptoms before they came to rheumatoid?
Rheumatoid was definitely the first diagnosis, the first prognosis and diagnosis when I went to see a rheumatologist. Before that, it was tendonitis, bursitis, and all this other stuff that they were just so easily injecting the corticosteroids in every part of my body and didn't realize it was an autoimmune. So
how did you get to cannabis? How many different remedies did you try before you got to cannabis?
I think I tried everything that I can imagine, holistic, from Eastern to Western. I did it all, but it took me a long time to get to cannabis because I was an addict, and I got clean in 2005, so it was scary for me thinking that if I have this, oh my gosh, is that going to do this to me? But I listened to my mom because my mom forced me to do this, and here it is. This is what I'm doing, treating people.
So was your mom a cannabis user, or she knew about the medicinal benefits of cannabis?
She had never even taken a toke in her life. No, she's never used it. She just read online, and then when she heard about it, because it's natural, she started really researching it. And I encourage that all the time to my followers and whatnot. I say, don't listen to me. Research. Do your own research, and you'll learn. So no, she just believed in the benefits. So that worked.
So when you finally were open to the idea of cannabis and using that as a treatment, you were already going through the process of chemotherapy to treat your rheumatoid arthritis?
Right, yes.
What did they tell you that the chemo was going to do for the arthritis?
Well, the amount of dosage that someone with RA gets of chemo is very different from that of leukemia, cancers. In those cases, the chemo comes in to kill off all the cells, and so the cells can renew themselves. With my case, it basically goes into shock. We need to shock the cells and put them back into order. But in the process, your whole immune system goes to below zero because you already have an autoimmune, and now you're giving it medicine that makes it go even lower. So it's hard. I was suffering a lot of throwing up, a lot of gaining weight, losing weight, mood swings. I went to alcohol to resort, so this saved me in a lot of ways.
And so what was the process once you were open to cannabis? Where did you go first to look for weed?
My mom, it's so funny when I say, my mom took me to Dr. Frankel, and he's located in Santa Monica, California, and he's known to be this MD that was treating his patients using cannabis. Unfortunately, Western medicine wasn't really allowing that at that time, so then he created his own practice. So my mommy took me to him, and he introduced me on how to dose, how to look for strains, and do all that stuff.